So I'm going to give you all the breakdown as to how much it has cost us. We bought a raw piece of land. It didn't have electricity. It didn't have water, septic, nothing, just literally a raw piece of land. So we bought the actual property itself for $60,000. This was 3 years ago, and it's around 4.5, almost 5 acres. $60,000, I know it sounds like a lot, but it does have a natural creek running through the property, and it has good flat spots for a house pad, which is really desirable because a lot of properties that you'll go find are super, super sloped. Like, it's very difficult to see like where you would even put a house. $60,000 for the land, and then it has taken us 3 years to even get to the point where we're ready to put a house on the land because we're paying for everything out of pocket. We're trying not to finance anything, and it is freaking expensive to get land ready. So we got tons and tons of quotes for well and septic, and the average across the board was 10 grand for each. So $10,000 for the well, $10,000 for the septic. Electricity, which it depends on where your property is. Like, our property is right off of a main highway. We're tucked back, but there's a highway close enough that they can run the power from the highway to our property. The more rural you are, like the more far away you are from other electrical poles and things, the more it's going to cost to run electricity to where you're at. For us, it cost about $12,000 to run the electricity just to our property. Probably another like 4 to 5 grand to actually get the electric set up, like where we can like plug stuff in. We have a spot to plug our camper in. We ran electricity to the shed that we have on the property. So you have to keep in mind, like when you're getting electricity run to your property, there's a cost per foot to just get it to your property, but then you're also paying to actually get it like established so you can use the electricity, if that makes sense. Another huge expense, which we really underestimated, is the gravel work. So like when we first bought our land, I'll show you in a picture, it's nothing but trees. I mean, you could walk the property. There was enough like flat areas to walk, but in order to get a driveway put in, even just somewhere to park our camper, we had to take down a lot of trees. They had to level out the area first, even just for an RV pad, not even for like a house. And then they had to bring the gravel in. And we've had to do those projects in sections throughout the years. At first, we just got like a little driveway put in, and then we actually got like a loop put in, a gravel loop that we could, drive around with our camper. Now we're at the stage where we finally got like the big house pad put in. And that alone, just like taking all of the trees down, getting the land leveled, bringing in all the gravel. They did have to bring in some dirt for certain areas to make it more level as well. Probably close to 15 grand just for that. But because we never really knew, like, okay, are we going to go the RV route? Is this just going to be like a little vacation spot to go camping on? Now we're going to be actually moving there, so the ball's rolling even faster trying to get stuff done. If we would have known that we were just going to live here from the get-go, there are a lot of contractors or even the manufactured home companies that we're working with right now where if you've got the plot of land, they will come in and do all this for you, and it will all be included in the price. So like they'll take down the trees, they'll level, they're bringing the gravel, they do the well, the septic, they do all that. I wish we would have just done that, but we didn't know what we were doing. So the good news is now that we're at that stage where we're looking for a home to put on the land, most of the hard work is done, which is going to lower our price a bit, not as much as I was hoping, but it does lower it a bit. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions. Again, it has been a 3-year-long process. I've got all the receipts. That's another thing. I can make a video in the future where I actually like show you the payments because I'm just kind of estimating right now. But yeah, it's really expensive.